Along with the footage of the Tiandi in the video IGN has from E3 about all of the upcoming changes in the Marching Fire update, they also showed off quite a lot of gameplay from the new hybrid included with the Wu-Lin, the Shaolin. But not only do we have the footage, thanks to some legends on the For Honor subreddit, we have access to the move list, so I can go somewhat more in depth into the character and actually explain how he'll affect the game once playable. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Shaolin. First of all, let's go through his moveset. His basic chain Relentless is an infinite light into heavy or heavy into light chain. I like this a lot because of its speed and mix-up potential, but I'll go more into that when we get to his other moves. His second and third chains are called Death Point Strike and Death Point Strike Alternate. This move is a fast string of attacks hitting your opponent from the same direction 3 times, with the second and third giving you super armor. These attacks are fast, but I don't know how viable they'll actually be since they all come out of the same side, unless you use them to bait out a parry attempt. It will also slap dodge happy assassins in the side of their head over and over, so they'll often eat the entire chain. I can also see it being viable if you can interrupt the chain with key stance. Key stance, from what we've seen so far, is kind of a mixture between Nobushi's hidden stance and Highlander's offensive stance, with the startup having a dodge property and the stance allowing for special attacks once activated. Key stance is activated after an attack if you hold the button down, so just like Highlander's. But just like Nobushi, you'll only be able to do it from stationary. So as long as you hold down the button, you'll stay in key stance and recover stamina. So from key stance, the moves that are available to you are Bounding Blossom and Astonishing Blossom. These are light attacks from key stance that each have superior block. So if you go into key stance mid combo and your opponent tries to parry you and throws out an attack, you can use one of these 2 moves to swing through their attack with a priority light. I think this style of combat is the most fun in the game. I have 11 reps in Highlander, so baiting out superior lights is like second nature to me, mate. He can also use Lotus Leap from key stance, which is an unblockable top heavy. This is going to be super useful in 4v4s and in 1v1 since it allows you to force a reaction from your opponent, so a nice well-rounded attack. Elegant Lotus is the side heavy variant, which is undodgeable and has a dodge property of its own. Ubisoft really love characters having this. I prefer when they're light so you can properly punish them, but with the speed of this attack it isn't really too bad. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. We then have Sun Kick and its follow-ups. Sun Kick is an unblockable shove that can be followed up with either a light attack, which I believe can start a chain, an unblockable sweep similar to Valkyrie's. I don't know if you can dodge it though, I have to assume you can. I wonder if the recovery will be anywhere near as painful. I somehow doubt it. An unblockable heavy from the top, once again good for 4v4s and forcing enemy reactions, and just like Highlander, the Shaolin can taunt from his key stance. I don't know if this will work exactly the same way as Highlander's, like allowing him to cover up his wind-up animations, but this is another mechanic I'm glad to see making a return. We then have Shadow Step and its side variant. These are the non-key stance variant of the dodge attack, but the top variant doesn't have the dodge or undodgeable properties. The no dodge makes sense, but I would think that they'd still give it the undodgeable similar to Orochi's one, but you know, it's a heavy, maybe that's why. Finally, the Shaolin has a deflect. From what I've seen, the deflect only allows you to enter key stance, which is kind of strange, but in practice, opening up all of his options from a deflect could work well. So all in all, I think this is going to be an extremely strong character. Tons of mix-up potential, forces reactions. I can't really find any faults with him, to be honest. Also, all of these attacks have zone attack properties, so if you're on the side of him, you're going to be getting slapped by him, but this also means that his moves cost a little bit more stamina, so maybe that will be his balance. I love his design, weapons, and executions. He's just a real Chinese gangster. Out of the 2 characters we've seen extensive gameplay of so far, I have to say that the Shaolin seems the stronger of the 2 of them. But you know, only time will tell. Anyway people, if you enjoyed, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed, subscribe. Check out the other videos on the E3 presentation and on the Tiandi, the other Wu-Lin character, the Vanguard. I'm also playing through XCOM at the moment, so if you're interested in that, hit up that series. Anyway people, peace.